Alright, up here for another sugar review. This one is the Muscovado Organic Raw Cane Sugar. I've seen this at SNR in the Philippines, so I think it's like 180 for 300 grams. I haven't tried it yet. This is, as I found out that most of our cane sugar in the Philippines comes from the Negros region, Negros Island. I'm going to be visiting that maybe Christmas Eve. Anyway, so let's check it out. Alright, well, it's got a nice little seal on it. Oh, comes up easy. Like if you didn't know this was sugar and you just had to smell it, I would think it's Nutella. So, as you can see, they pressed this into cubes. I really want to know what the process is. If they just take the, because when they cook it, well, they kind of just have it like usually like in a big vat, and then they basically, after they press the sugar cane, they just boil it. And I imagine this is just cut the way this looks. Like they probably figured out how to make it at least 1 centimeter tall and 1 centimeter wide. It's a perfect cube. Now I'm going to see if they. Oh my God, this thing is rock hard. So. When it comes in cube form, not. When it comes in cube form, actually, if you can compare it to the other ones, this one is much drier, and now I know you said it's organic, but I'll be honest, this one doesn't have that big of a. It really just tastes like sugar. I've got to be honest. Yeah, this one just tastes like it has a little bit of like those earth tones that I really enjoy. Like the chocolate. But yeah, this one is very dry. So they must have cooked this one much longer to get it. Well, actually I have no idea how they got it like this, because all the other Muscovado is a really wet sugar, but this one is way drier, and I mean, and you know, it's like I was kind of hoping that like if you pushed it, it would crumble. But this has got more of like that, you know, like that pressed white sugar cube that you get. You know, it's like this is I mean, if you're looking for sugar, it's definitely sugar. I don't know if it has that oomph that I love about Muscovado sugar. So I'm just gonna, like normally I love putting tons of spoonfuls of that into my tea. Oh, and by the way, I found this tea at an Indian store, and I just, when they said, if you can see this, 15% long leaves. Now when I read that the first time, I was like, what is the 15% about? But I think what happens is this. So this tea, I'll just show it. Like it comes in pebbles. I've never seen pebbled tea before. So that was kind of surprising. But you can tell that like there are leaves right here. Like maybe not that one. That one right there, that's a leaf. So So that's what that 15% represents. There's 85% pebbles and yeah, a few leaves included, which, you know, it's not a bad tea. I mean, it's 300 pesos, which is like six US dollars, a little less than $6 US. Oh, by the way, did you guys see this thing here? This little clamping mechanism? This helps tremendously. Here in the Philippines, everything is, like, when it rains, the ants come inside. My wife has instructed me that whenever it's rainy season, the ants come inside. You know, it's like, in the US we have the grasshopper and the ant story. Here in the Philippines they have the ant and the grasshopper as well. But it's, you know, it's like, for us it's winter, for them it's rainy season. But here the ants, they don't build their own stuff. They just come to your house and eat your stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna toss 3 of these in my tea. Notice I like it with a little bit of lemon, and let's see what happens when I just dip this in here. Notice it sucking up the water very slowly. And you can see it falling apart. It's crumbling apart quite nicely. Yep. Let me try that with a spoon. So, boink. Look at that. And you can see it falling apart there on the bottom. Very lovely. I'll try this one. Yeah, it's weird, you know, like for us Westerners. Oh, look at that! It's just falling apart. So when we have white sugar cubes, they you know, they absorb this water way quicker, and then they fall apart. But as you can tell, like the Muscovado, it's more like sand, fine sand in this case. So in the US, that white sugar, or Germany, that white sugar would be crumbles. So let's just sear this thing a little bit. Notice I have the leaves, like now you can see the leaves a little bit better, and the pebbles that they put in there. Interesting way of doing it. I have now when they say 15% long leaves, like I had all kinds of weird thoughts about that. Like, why do they measure distance in percentage? It's not the way I do it. Like, but anyway, all right. Let's give this. Oh my goodness, God! Temperature of the sun. Hold on, I'm gonna throw some ice in there so I can drink it. So. Check this out. My wife came up with this idea of putting ice in, you know, when you buy cookies and it's the plastic things. Like, look at the size ice cube I get now. Awesome. And look at that. When I goes in, like it does this, sometimes, boom, it does that cracking sound. I love that. This thing has some character of its own. Anyway. I was gonna make some joke about, oh no, if that ice is gonna melt, I'm gonna have the ice caps spilling over. But I'm just gonna leave that joke aside. Alright. I'm gonna stir. Alright, not quite the temperature of the sun anymore. Well, it's sugar. It's sweet. Yeah. I'm so organic. I mean, it's organic. It's raw cane sugar. and some are pressed into cubes. So it's all right. Anyway, greatest good that you can imagine. Go for it with all your heart. Tap early, tap off.